Hi all. I don't know when in relation to this video is coming out, but on one of the daily update videos I admitted to destroying another one of my 6-speed gearboxes. So I have actually popped in on, it's Sunday afternoon. I had a few hours spare, so I've come in to change the gearbox. So I did this, so in relation, it's Sunday afternoon. In relation, I did this Thursday evening. Thursday evening, I found online a guy from Crawley called Paul. Hi Paul, and thanks Paul. He was selling a 6-speed gearbox, which is, oh, hang on a minute, there we go, which is there, and I'm going to put that in there over the next couple of hours. So just to let you know what it's sounding like. There you go. No fourth gear. So handbrake on. I'll put it in fourth and let it out. I'll do it now because there we go. That's handbrake on, that's in fourth gear, and it's just handbrake off, I'll put it in 6th gear. There you go. So I was lucky with the brake. Yes, it is. Sounds like a roller coaster ride, doesn't it? When you're going up, starting to go uphill, and the chain grabs onto the roller coaster. So that's luckily I was able to drive it still. It was just been rattling around, but I don't know. I might get the gearbox looked at and see what's what. But right, I'm going to spend. So I'm not going to do a time lapse. I'm basically going to stop at intervals when I'm done. So it's Sunday afternoon, I want to get this cracked on, so I'm going to do a video, but see you in a sec. Right, update. So I looked at the time, I started undoing the screws in the centre console at 3:30. So it's now, I'm cracking on alright, so just coming up to 20 to 4. Sorry, 20 to 5. So I've been on it for an hour and 10 minutes. So I've just finished taking my downpipe off. Everything else is all done underneath. So when I did the wiring tuck on this car, a lot of my wiring is wired up in the gearbox tunnel, which actually makes getting to the, not the passenger, the 2 bolts on the top of the gearbox, the passenger side, that's not too bad, but the driver's side is just one of those things where, why did I put that there? But it's just makes it a bit more awkward than normal. So everything else is off the car. So there's my downpipe, bracing, heat shield, prop. And I'm literally about to jiggle the gearbox out of the car. Go up a bit more. Where's my torch? Right, I've lost my torch now. I've got a funny feeling it's, oh no it isn't, there it is, it's up there. So bolts are off up there. As you can see, sort of up there, it's not a mess because everything's all sleeved and protected, but there's just more stuff in the way than a normal one is. So all my bolts are undone, and I'm about to slip this gearbox out. So let's see how that goes. 6-speed. I'll bring this a bit closer. That shouldn't make that sound. So. Yeah, that shouldn't sound like that. Doesn't have the knockiness to it. Right, I'm going to do just some checks on the clutch while I've got it out, and a couple other bits and pieces. Probably get that one topped up with fluid before I put it in. Well, it doesn't make much difference really if I do it before or after. Right, so gearbox is, hang on, flip this round. Gearbox is bolted in. It is such a nightmare up there. I don't think you can really see up there, can you? Even if I put that up there. So you don't normally have that there, and then there's wiring that sort of like is up there, and it's all just gets in the way a little bit, but it's all protected up there. But it's just it just really makes things a lot difficult taking that gearbox in and out, especially with those two top bolts and just getting your hands up there. So what I've got left to do is get the prop bolted in, put the downpipe back on, put my O2 sensors back in, and yeah, what's the time? It's probably about another hour, I imagine. Oh yeah, so 5:45, so an hour and 5 minutes. I cleaned up the old gearbox as well inside the bell housing. That was quite crappy in there, so clean that up. Let's put it back together, and fingers crossed it's alright. Okay, so I've just finished buttoning everything up. That was a pain in the arse to get back where I'd like heat wrap my downpipe. It had moved, so I couldn't get my lower nut done, so I had issues with that. Then I dropped one of the studs, couldn't find that for it. So just normal delays of modified car life when you're doing something other than when something was OEM out of the factory. But pull you back. So I have got first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. So I'm pleased about that. So I'm going to get this out of the workshop, get the cars in, and we'll go for a drive. Okay, morning. So when I left last night, I didn't do a video, so this is the following morning. Gearbox is all good. I had a couple of small issues with a couple of other things not relating to the gearbox. For some reason it developed a misfire. Well, it's not for some reason, I know why. It's because I sort of used the pressure washer on part of the engine bay, and number one cylinder had water in the spark plug chamber, so I think that is what that was. So yeah, gearbox is back in. So just the inconvenience of my time and some money. I know it's annoying. There are solutions to it out there. I'm not sure what I'm going to do in the future. Well, the main thing is to pay more attention to when regardless of the adjustments that I made, if I'm sort of in fourth gear in this car like now, sitting at sort of 30 miles an hour, even with the old tune, had I have like just put my foot down, there's a chance I may have damaged the gearbox. But I never normally drive the car like that. You know, it's very rare that you would, like, in this car be driving at like 30 miles an hour and just floor it in fourth gear. You know, you would change down a gear, I'd change to third, and then obviously go through the rev range that way, because that was how I broke my first gearbox. But I did change the timing around the sort of like the power band area where it sort of made a lot of its power lower end, and then increase the boost past that to sort of like keep the power in. And it worked like that okay for like a couple of years. As I say, I just did something weird on Thursday night. Anyway, it's up and running. Pleased about that. Just off to work now. We've got to sort the bunker out this week where we keep all of our bits and pieces, so it's going to be a week of heavy lifting. So hope you enjoyed the video. See you on the next one.